In any list of the greatest and most influential guitarists of all time, towards the top of that list, or most often number one, is the name Jimi Hendrix. How can we take his style and incorporate it into our own? Well, today I'm going to show you 3 licks from Jimi Hendrix that you can take, play along with his songs, or put into your own music. Hey there, I'm Owen Vickers from Guitar Mastery Method. We've taught tens of thousands of guitarists all around the world, just like you, to improve their guitar playing. Let's get started with lick number 1. Let me show you what I played there note for note. We start off at the 15th fret of the B string, and we're bending that up a whole step. So our target note is the 17th fret. We're going to give that bend some vibrato at the top there. Jimi Hendrix, a master of the soulful vibrato. We then bend the note up again. Let it back down. Go to the 12th fret on the B string. We then do a little hammer on from the 12th fret to the 15th fret on the B string and pull off again. We then do a hammer on from the 12th fret to the 15th fret on the B string, and then we play the 12th fret on the B string again. We then play another bend at the 15th fret on the B string, bend it up and release it back down. It's full step bend. So our target note is the 17th. We then play the 12th fret on the G string. We then play the 12th fret one more time. Go up to the 14th fret on the G and bend that up a full step. And while that's bent up, we play with our little finger on the 15th fret of the B string. Very common Hendrix technique is to play those double stop bends. We have 2 notes sort of almost clashing together but just sounding really big and grunty. We then bend and release the 14th fret again. We now bend again at the 14th fret on the G, bend that up a full step. Do the double stop technique again, so hitting the 15th fret with our little finger while the note's still bent. We then pick and release that bent note on the 14th fret back down. Go to the 12th fret on the G and finish up the lick at the 14th fret on the D string with some vibrato. Let me play the whole thing for you slowly. Let's move on to lick number 2. I'll play it for you and then break down what I did. We start off at the 9th fret of the D string, sliding up to the 11th. And go to the 9th fret on the G, into a bend on the B string at the 12th fret. So we bend that up a full step, target note being the 14th. Bend it up quite quick and then just cut it off at the top. So we can do that just by putting our picking hand onto the string just to deaden that note. We play that phrase twice. We then play similar thing, but we slide up from the 12th to the 14th on the D string. Then we do this double stop at the 12th fret on both the G and B strings. So hit both strings together. Then we hit the 15th fret on the high E string. Play that phrase twice. Next up we have a really signature Hendrixy type double stop hammer-on lick. So we're playing a bar with our first finger across the B and the E strings at the 12th fret. And then with our third finger we're going to hammer on to the 14th fret of the B string, but we're going to let that top E string, that 12th fret note, ring out. So see, we've got both those notes there. You have to be really careful here that this particular third finger doesn't hit the top string as you're hammering on. You need to come in at an angle so that the high note there keeps ringing out. So we play that lick twice. We then go to the 12th fret at the B string and play that alone, so not a double stop this time, just a single note. Hammer on to that 14th fret and then pull off back to the 12th. And then finish off the lick by just sliding down that note to the 10th fret. So we don't pick it again after we do that pull off. It's just hammer, pull, slide. Let me play the whole thing for you slowly. One last lick for you, lick number 3. Let me play it for you and then I'll take you through what I played. Definitely some really recognizable Jimi Hendrix type licks in there. We start off at the 14th fret on the G and we bend that up a full step. Play the 12th fret on the B string, 15th fret on the B string, and then pull off back to the 12th fret on the B string. And then we repeat that lick 5 times. After we play that lick 5 times, we come back to the 14th fret on the G, play that, and then we play the same note, 14th fret, and bend it up a full step and release it back down. Then pull off to the 12th fret on the G, so that bit there. We then play a series of 4 double stop bends, so holding down at the 15th fret on the B string with our little finger, and fretting the 14th fret on the G with our third and our second and first if we need them, and bending that note up, but hitting both the strings. So it's a really signature grunty Hendrix sound. So we play that lick 4 times. Now with that note, it doesn't really matter if you hit a few strings around it, just to give it some extra punch and bite. We then hit the open low E string, and Hendrix liked to hit that really hard when he did that. And also if you get a few extra strings in there, if you've got enough distortion, it's going to sound great anyway. We then finish off this lick by playing 15th fret on the high E string, bending that up. It's quite a slow bend. And then release it back down, hit the 15th fret again, and give it some vibrato. Let me play the whole thing for you slowly now. Okay, well that's 3 Hendrix style licks for you today. Just as an added bonus, I'm going to quickly show you the Hendrix chord. You'll hear this in a lot of songs, and it is actually commonly referred to as the Hendrix chord because of his effective use of it. This chord is called an E7 sharp 9, so we play low string open, low E string, play the 7th fret on the A string, the 6th fret on the D string, the 7th fret on the G, the 8th fret on the B, and the high E string open. Really good chord just for sort of vamping or using in those Hendrix songs. I hope you enjoyed this quick run through of 3 Hendrix style licks, and you can practice those and incorporate his style into your own playing. Please do click the subscribe button down below and you'll find out about all of our new videos as they come out. Also, in the description box down below, I'll put a link to a blues solo heat map download. This is going to show you exactly where on the fretboard to play to recreate those red hot solos that you hear the pros doing, and you yourself in no time at all will be sounding like a pro. See you in the next lesson.